Peace and blessings, everybody. How y'all doing today? It's me, Mike Can, aka Rogue Spiritual. So let's get to the meat of the matter because there's a lot of shit on TikTok that my bro showed me, and I would like to say this. How the fuck people are not from New York and they're rushing like they're from New York when it comes to transitioning, when it comes to teaching their children business where they should be motherfucking playing in sprinklers and having fun like in the summer right now, where they're trying to get to certain goals or whatever the case is before a certain age. And let me tell you something. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. A quote from Venus. It's not how you start. It's how you finish, my nigga. Like, I understand trans kids very minimum. However, I don't see it for the trans kids because it's like, you can't just say, you like, how the fuck you're able to say that you identify as trans at 10 or 5 years old? Tell me something. Yes, I acknowledge gender dysmorphia and gender confusion because that is a real thing. That is real than a motherfucker. But, however, I think the whole transition and the gender thing should blossom. I think the whole transition and agenda thing should blossom when you're in your late teens, when you're in your early 20s, sometimes even 25. Okay? Like, can we take it back to the 99 and the 2000s where people was a little more realistic? And since y'all trying to be New York about it, let me tell you something. Y'all would never be New York when it comes to the Russia because even though we rush to our destination, so we can get that coin or whatever the case is, bitch, we are more practical than you. I would definitely never enable my kid, should I have one, I would definitely not enable my kid to transition around 5 or 10. I would rather wait till my kid is in his or her late teens or early 20s where his, her, or its mind, body, soul, subconscious, and everything says trans. Not at 5 or 10 years old when you getting everything out of your system and you cursing like a sailor. Hell, we all been there. Like when you're 10 years old, that is a time when you getting every bad word out of your system and saying all the shit that you not supposed to be saying. Especially if you're a white kid, no matter where you're from. Okay? I bet you like this rapper, this spoken word poet, Karma L, I don't care how Hispanic or Haitian he is, he looked like he got fucked up for saying nigga one too many times. And he looked too much of a white boy for me to believe that he's Hispanic or he's Haitian or whatever the case is. Boy, bye. Okay? So can we take it back to the 99 and the 2000s? Where people were a little more practical. Because going back to the TikTok subject that my bro be telling me and showing me about, there was a lot of trans kids from way back in the day, maybe 15 or 20 years later or whatever the case is, right? Now they're going through dick regret, pussy regret, ovary regret, all types of regrets, and they blame their parents. However, you was adamant about transitioning at 10 where you could have just addressed your gender dysmorphia and wait until you're in the age, a proper age, where you're able to identify as trans fully. Not at 5 or not at 10. You know, like, how the fuck do you know you're trans? 10 years old, okay. You could preach some attraction. But bitch, do you know how many times, like, I said I'm never gonna be with a boy, especially around 7, 10, or whatever the case is, saying that I'm not gay, that I will never be with a boy, whatever the case is, and now, bam, once I hit 16 or whatever the case is, I wind up laying with a boy. Okay? I wind up laying with a man. I wind up being a homosexual. And as time went on, I realized I like femmes too. I like You know, I like transgenders, I like femmes, I like anything. I like them all. Bitch, I'm pansexual. Okay? That is what you call development, bitch. So basically, what these trans kids are doing, it's like you're saying that you feel like the opposite sex. However, when you get to your teenage years or your early 20s or even 25, you start regretting it because maybe that was just meant to be addressed at 10 years old, and maybe you were supposed to be like gender non-conforming or a drag queen or two-spirited or three-spirited. Yes, I acknowledge gender dysmorphia. Gender dysmorphia is real as a motherfucker. However, transitioning at 10 and the parents that enable them to do that shit, bitch, let me tell you something. Those parents are abusive and they deserve to be put in jail. Okay? Hey. And another thing, teaching your kids business at 10 where they're supposed to be playing in the sprinklers and going to the beach and swimming and playing basketball, that is, you are indoctrinating them by trying to live your dreams vicariously through your kids. What the fuck does a kid want to know about business? Yes, you teach your kids values about hard work and dedication, but what the fuck you teaching your kids about business for? And this is going on in my community, bitch. The fuck are you trying to raise a Jew? Like, bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. All because you couldn't even get to your dreams, so you want to live vicariously through your kid. I pray your black son, your black daughter, get on demon time later in the years, get locked up, and come back and say, fuck you, because you try to turn me into a rich, stiff, angry, pissy old man. And when your child come home from jail, I will be fucking proud, bitch. And what's this shit about rushing to your dreams where you're supposed to enjoy your life at the same time? It's like everybody is racing against Uncle Ben. Okay? It's like Uncle Ben got to your heads and saying that, oh, you're supposed to get to this dream before 25. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I'm quoting Venus. It's not how you start. It's not how you start. It's how you finish, bitch. Live your fucking life. Okay? Because the only time you die at 25 is when you give up on your dreams and throw it all the way for the streets and marry it for free. Okay? That's the only way your dreams die. Dreams don't die unless you throw it away or you choose to let it be killed by a naysayer, by somebody who's making fun of your vision. You know how many times people made fun of my vision and I clapped back? Look at me. I'm a SoundCloud rapper. I'm a comic book artist. I'm a blogger. How many times people made fun of my vision for the past 20 years, saying that I couldn't do it? Yeah, the SoundCloud rapper on welfare, all that. And I'm living my life to the fullest, bitch. Fuck you. Peace be to God, his universe, and peace be to you. Amen.